Panel 6, DJ Reflux, and I mentioned this guy was coming through, man. I'm excited to have him here while he's in LA. Kevin Gates, man, thank you for coming through, bro.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, welcome to Los Angeles, man. You frequent Los Angeles? You've been out here a few times?
Yeah.
Number of times?
I frequent here.
Yeah. What's your favorite things about LA when you come out here, man?
The energy.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say if I can't really say Hollywood, because that's kind of like it's fictitious.
Yeah.
It's artificial. But as far as when you get outside of Hollywood and get like in the Burbank area and you know the wildlife and things of that nature, I'm into that. I'm into the scenery.
Yeah,
you don't see this in Louisiana. It's a very poor state.
So you play ball? Do you go hiking or do like outdoor type?
Oh, but I like to be outside. I just always been an outside person.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm in the condos that we stay in, every time I'm here,
Yeah.
they got deer and all kind of different, just animals, just things you don't get to see.
Right. That's great. Yo, man, congratulations, man. I know you've had an amazing year this far, and you know you've been at it for a minute. You did the freshman cover of XXL. That was definitely cool. How'd you like the company you were in on the cover of that? Any other people?
I already had relationships with a lot of the people on the front cover.
Yeah.
It was only a few artists that I hadn't worked with. I already had working relationships with Ty Dolla $ign.
Right.
A couple other August Alsina. That's like my younger brother.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a couple people on there that I had already known.
Yeah.
And the people that I didn't know, I mean, we've done songs now like Baby. I like making music with him. So I'm just really a fan of making music.
Yeah.
So that's what I am.
Now, you know, I'm somewhat familiar with your story, but if you could kind of school me a little bit, you know, approximately 2006 to 2008, you kind of really started getting into the scene as far as actual rapping, or when would you say your first, attempts at making rap?
Like 2006.
Yeah.
2006. That was my first attempts at doing it.
Yeah.
When did I start taking it seriously? After being reinserted back into society from being incarcerated.
Right.
In 2011, when I saw the growth, when I saw how people gravitated toward me, when I saw the way the pedestal, the plateau that I had been placed on.
Yeah.
Not by placing myself there, but by people placing me there.
People start looking at you a little differently.
That's when I took it seriously. That's when I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Only this.
And what initially, when you first, even prior to that, before that happened, when you wanted to start rapping and stuff, what was it, who did you see? Who were the inspirations for Kevin to start rapping, and just in general, what was your love for hip-hop at that time?
Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
I always liked his lyrics, but I always liked down south beats. So I was like a Biggie Smalls fanatic.
Yeah.
Cause just the way he was the only one rapping lazy. He had that lazy flow. You could hear him take deep breaths before he come in. But I always liked him.
He found an interesting pocket on every record. He just kind of sat behind the track a little bit, but it still mattered up front.
He was lazy, but he was so witty. He was so intelligent.
Yeah.
And his metaphors to this day are still relevant.
Yeah. Kevin Gates is on the Takeover Show, man. Happy you're able to come up here. While you're in LA, man. I know you got a busy schedule right now, some shows and just moving. You're recording right now as well, finishing an album. Are you?
I guess that's what the label would call it, me finishing an album, but I don't look at it like me finishing an album because I just make music.
So you just keep going.
I have to make music. It's therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
I suffer from severe cases of depression.
Yeah.
So that's my only way to vent. That's my only way to release is through making music.
How many, if you had to average out, how many records do you think you recorded in a week, or at least get into concept-wise?
I record every day.
Yeah.
I don't like to keep track of it like that. I got 2 favorite songs that I just recorded this week.
Yeah.
So
how many hours a night do you average in sleeping?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't really get that much sleep. And not saying that it's really hard for me to go to sleep. Like I say, the only time I was really truly happy, as I can recall, was probably 2007. Other than that, I just work.
Yeah.
And wherever I collapse, my team, they pick me back up and we can go again.
Yeah.
Your body gonna shut down, but I go till I can't go no more.
Yeah. When you talk about your personality as far as being down and how that kind of music is the uplifting moment for you, what is it about music particularly that allows that escape for you? You think?
It's like I could vent. It's like anything that's on my chest, I could get it off.
Yeah.
In that moment.
So it literally is like therapy for you, just to, rather than talking to a therapist, you're talking to the world on your
because
records.
I have a master's in psychology, so
Yeah.
in psychology, I have already performed in psychoanalysis on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I suffer from unresolved grief. No psychologist could ever tell me what it is that I suffer from.
Yeah.
All that is categorization of character traits, really.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
He's bipolar. He's
yeah.
has extreme highs and extreme lows, and it's everybody's bipolar.
Right.
Everybody's ADD.
Right.
Let them tell it.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, that's amazing, not necessarily in music, but just in life in general, to be able to come to a conclusion of like your personality trait and understand what the resolve is for it. That's I think a lot of people would wish.
To thine own self be true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a reader. I read recreatively, and to thine own self be true. That's one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
I forgot what poet said it. I don't know if it was Rudyard Kipling or not, but I know to thine own self be true.
Yeah.
And I have to me being bone cold honest with myself. It allows me to place all my imperfections, on the front, in the front, and that allows me to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because all my flaws are on Front Street.
Yeah, and that allows you in your music, you get to cover a lot of areas that way, right? There's not just say this like vaguely or anything, but many artists have like a surface level of this is the type of music they make, this type of music they make, or this is the subject matter that they approach to, and you're a type of artist that from what I've seen and heard from you, isn't scared to go down really any path whatsoever, right?
No, because if you're ashamed of doing something, you probably don't have no business doing it.
Yeah, well, it's also I think in rap particularly,
most male rappers are trapped within the confines of masculinity.
Yeah. And there's like
a
safe line. There's like a safe area for them.
Yeah, they can't. They have a fear of being exposed. I don't have a fear of being exposed because I don't have any skeletons in my closet.
Yeah.
At all.
That's a great place to be in life. I mean, that's the whole point of like.
It ain't that. I really don't care what nobody think about me, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So really, that's all it is. It's not that I'm just super honest with everybody. I just really don't care how people think or perceive me at all. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not any day.
Yeah.
The truth will set you free.
Pound 06, Kevin Gates is hanging out on the Takeover Show, DJ Reflux. And again, thanks for coming by, man. I know we were talking a little bit earlier about, you like to stay working, man. You like to stay in the studio and stuff, and I appreciate it. I know oftentimes the promotion side of music kind of can be a stressful thing and such, and I'm happy that you were able to come up here.
Well, with me, it's not.
Yeah.
Because I came from getting it out the mud. I came from doing everything on my own.
Yeah.
Anyway, so me coming into a radio station is a blessing for me. Because I used to have to beg people to play my music.
Right.
I did. So for someone to want to
get the invitation,
yeah, it's a blessing to me.
Yeah.
See, I'm not one of those artists that doesn't know how things work. I know how things work. I'm talking about from the ground level to all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
I know the inner mechanics of anything. When you hustling.
Yeah.
This is a grind. This is a outlet.
Yeah.
I don't know who may be listening at this.
Yeah.
It's the opportunity for me to speak with, with however many ears you put me in front of.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
What do you, and speaking of that, I know you have a lot of fans that are tuning in right now because we've been telling them you're coming on. What do you have to say to your fans, man, that have been with you for a while now?
I appreciate all of the constructive criticism.
Yeah.
All of it. I love constructive criticism. I hate people. I hate yes men. Yeah. I hate people that are afraid to tell me the truth about myself. Correct me when I'm in error.
Yeah.
And one thing about, I don't look at them like fans. I look at them like extended family.
Yeah. I'm
so honest in my music that if they hear something that's really not me or they feel like I'm out of my character, they'll let me know.
Interesting. That's really cool that you're open to that feedback. A lot of people just don't even look at their @replies, or they don't see, they don't care. But the fact that you look at it as and are able to intake it however it works for you, that's really interesting. That's cool, man. Another record you want to play right now? What do you feel like doing?
I guess we'll have to do that. Wish I Had.
Wish I Had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about this record.
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I'm a wonder. I see everything I dream about and wish I had.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
That could be outside the car window, outside your project window, outside your house window, you know, but outside the window from where you work.
Yeah.
But out my window, I see everything I dream about and wish I had.
You know, that song, for you personally, you know, I feel like when I'm talking to you, this is our first time meeting while you came up here. It seems like you have a way bigger picture than what we're seeing right now for yourself. Is that a fair?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, and I'm somewhat introspective when it comes to me as an individual. So I guess I'd like to completely engulf myself in whatever moment I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I do that because my mind is so methodical. It'll go to Asia, you know, in the middle of whatever I have going on.
Right.
So I always felt like what was meant to be was meant to be. And when you say, it seems like I have a bigger picture for myself, who doesn't? But I just hate expectations because they really set me up for disappointment.
Sure.
When those expectations don't come to fruition.
Yeah. What kind of goals do you see for yourself, though?
I can't really say.
Yeah.
I can't really say. And the reason I say I can't really say, because I may have a want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to meet Muhammad Ali. I want to do that.
Right.
I could care less about any other rapper, any other person that's in the industry, because I'm never watching TV anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and then as far as the movies that I watch, I don't even know the actors and actresses' names in a lot of the movies that I watch.
Yeah.
So when I say a want, yeah, that's a want. As far as money that means nothing to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had a lot of those things, material, tangible things, and none of those things get in the bed and hold you at nighttime at all.
Yeah.
So it's really not about that for me. It's about my release. It's just a blessing that I'm able to create income legitimately.
Yeah.
You know, through venting.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought?
Right.
But I don't really feel like it's that much to me. I really kind of feel like I'm boring. But I've lived life at such an accelerated pace that me being 28 years of age, I mean, when I tell people the stories and the things that I've been through, they're like, whoa, they're taken back.
That's a lot to happen.
They're taken back. But like I say, as far as my goal, this was a dream come true.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about, I always said while I was in jail, like, I want to travel. And I've been able to travel and do what I love to do while I'm traveling.
Sure. Man, I appreciate you again, man. Thanks for coming up, and I'm excited to hear what's ahead of you, because I feel like you're quite modest, to be honest, in the way you speak about yourself and such. But I think that your ability to hit so many subjects and stuff, I think it opens up some great records ahead of you, man. And musically, I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to offer to
I really
music.
appreciate that. I can't wait to me and Taylor Swift do a song together.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite artists.
Wow.
Like, and the reason it's one of my favorite artists is because one of my favorite novels is The Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
So, by Nicholas Sparks, that's one of my favorite books, one of my favorite novels, and it's so simplistic. Yeah. And one of the characters in the book said, "There will be no monuments left in memory of me here after I'm gone, but I love the woman with all of my heart."
Yeah.
And he said that, and it was a beautiful thing to me. And when I listened to you'll remember we were sitting there by the water.
Yeah.
You made me start to believe for the first time. She wasn't talking about Rolexes and Bentleys. And, when you listen to that music, it's so materialistic. She wasn't talking about Versace and things of that nature. She was really talking about being in love.
Yeah, which,
and I gravitated toward that.
Yeah, and it's funny, and go back to what you said earlier while we sat down was, Hollywood, particularly for me living in Los Angeles, like, that's Hollywood to me. It's like everybody's pushing themselves to be an actor, this and this, and it's fine, like, to have dreams.
Most people are narcissistic by nature. Right. That means they love themselves.
But I
just said that for the listeners.
But I think what's forgotten sometimes is that you can live an amazing life by loving just one person or raising a family properly.
I mean, if you look at how I dress, how I carry myself, I mean, I'm not big on jewelry or anything. I mean, I just, less has always been more to me.
Yeah.
The less is just always more.
Yeah.
It's simplicity is just, so much greater than gaudy to me.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. I really enjoyed talking with you. And anytime you're in LA, man, please come up any
I
new
really
records.
enjoy you wanting to talk to me. To be honest, to get the truth.
It means a lot, man. I'm happy that you're up here, and congratulations that we've done this far. And I'm looking forward to the next few years with you and beyond that. But
I appreciate everything.
Timberland, best then, better now. Available at Robert Wayne Footwear.